Hey guys, welcome back to the section. My name is Chris. Today we're going to be breaking down Season 3, Episode 9 of Stargirl. As always, before getting into the breakdown, make sure you have watched this episode because there will be some spoilers ahead. This episode begins with Cameron's grandparents criticizing Cameron's choices to control his powers through art, believing he's betraying his family. By the looks of it, this is mainly an issue for the grandmother, while his grandfather seems more understanding of his choices. Back at the Dugan's house, Pat and Courtney return home after spending the last few episodes at the Helix Institute. Courtney goes up to see Yolanda after she came to stay at their house when her mother kicked her out. They make up after their differences in the previous episodes. Barbara comforts Pat after what he saw in the Shadowlands. He explains what happened there and why it is troubling for him. We learn a bit about Mike's mother here, who after sharing custody of Mike for a little while, left him in a shelter and was then arrested for possession. So by the sounds of it, she's not exactly the best person, but nonetheless, Barbara believes that Mike deserves to get the chance to meet his mother in order to work through his issues, similarly to how Courtney went through the same thing with her father. Cameron's art teacher visits his house, expressing his concern after Cameron quit art school. His grandparents debate whether to listen to him or not, but his grandmother kills him before coming to an agreement. At school, Courtney apologizes to her friends about prioritizing Cameron over them. They accept her apology, and then Courtney proposes that she tell Cameron the whole truth, and asks for their support. After a bit of explaining, they agree to let her tell him. However, Rick is skeptical of the idea and believes it will lead to trouble. Kim and Mike break into Cindy's locker with the help of the Thunderbolt, and they find a lead on where she may be. Beth's goggles triangulate where the camera's signal originated from, finding out that the location is in Cameron's house, making them even more skeptical of him. Meanwhile, Courtney talks to Cameron about what happened to his father, but his grandmother barges in to stop her, and then Rick also barges in after learning that their house was the location of the camera's signal. Rick starts to beat up Cameron, while Yolanda catches up with his grandparents and gets attacked by Lily, who is the grandmother. Beth also arrives and gets attacked by Sophus, who is the grandfather. Beth finds out that her goggles have a combat mode that helps her to fight, and Artemis ends up showing up to help her. While Rick is strangling Cameron, Courtney attempts to stop him, but he knocks her aside like it's nothing, showing his disregard for his friends, something I believe to be a side effect of removing the limiter on the hourglass. Lily tells Cameron that the JSA killed his father, and in retaliation he blasts Rick. Now standing over him, Lily encourages him to kill Rick. However, Sophus walks in and tells him to stop, saying that he shouldn't let the anger take him over like it did to his father. Sophus then has a heart attack, and Beth uses the defibrillators in her gloves to kickstart his heart. Mike and Jakeem head to the location they found earlier on. They completely miss a dead body that is right there, but they end up running into a gorilla that can talk apparently, and he says that he will kill every last one of them, presumably referring to the JSA. Now this talking gorilla is called Ultra-Humanite, and in the comics he is a human that implanted his brain into the gorilla. His powers include telepathy, super strength and durability, and a genius level intellect. The growling made by Ultra-Humanite in this scene matches that made by the mysterious figure from previous episodes, indicating that this may be who is behind the cameras. Although I imagine it would be quite hard to do this with gorilla hands, so maybe he uses another body for this. As with his powers, he's able to control other bodies. But anyway, that is the end of this episode. The appearance of Ultra-Humanite, definitely interesting. I don't know too much about him, but from the little bit I've read in the comics, he's able to actually go up against Superman. So this could possibly cause a major threat for the JSA. And I'm very interested in what's going to happen with Cameron and Courtney, and now that the whole truth is revealed. But anyway, until we get to find out in next episode, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. But until next time, this has been Chris, and I'll be seeing ya.